Right, so it's Darren here from Victory Vintage Caravans. This is our first job in, customer job as Victory Vintage Caravans in our new premises. So this is the first one in. It is a 1988, I believe. It's got 88 on the plate there, so I'm assuming that is the date. Mollycroft roof. It's got this panel here from that line down to the back is coming off the bottom, so that's the first job, because there seems to be quite a lot of damp and damage and broken crispy wood around the bottom. The door is catching quite severely on this edge, so there's some drop. What we're doing on the back, oh, the two lights have got to come out because they need sealing. The skylight up there needs sealing. That's definitely leaking. The signs now of inside being where it's been leaking. This roof's going to be cleaned. It's a bit grubby and not very nice, and I've got to take all this off, and ooh, don't like the look of that. Lots of things I can see there that aren't great. So we'll have to investigate that more when we get it all apart. There's signs of gaps here, there and everywhere. There's some cracking in the fiberglass. Down to this side. This side is also coming off all across the bottom. So all of this here, and it may well be an entire awning rail, or at least back awning rail reseal on this one. It's mainly to tackle the damage. I don't know if you can see inside very well through the window. I can go in, but the customer's had a go at repairing it, but it's probably going to have to come out again because there's a few errors which he didn't know about, which is fair enough. If you don't know, you don't know. And there's a hole in the floor down in the bottom corner down here, and as you can see, there is definitely movement there, so that's got to be tackled. It's had the dreaded clear silicone here, which, as you can see, rubs off with a bit of friction, which is going to have to be sorted all the way around. This rail's got to come off. It's got to come off and be straightened because it's buckled and not very good. And there's quite a lot of broken heads, screws that are completely rotted away in here, which I can see. So it needs quite a bit of work. So two sides off, skylight to be done. The jockey wheel's snapped. The jockey wheel tightener has snapped off in there, so that's going to have to be drilled out and retapped, and a new thread and a new handle created. It's in also for the brakes to be checked over and wheels coming off to check everything's okay in there. Basically the van is just coming to be made usable and get any issues that, let's see if I can get inside. Twist that, fix that. Right, so this is the inside, which needs sorting. So as you can see down there needs to be a new bit of floor made, which I'm going to patch repair back in. There is a drop on the front end of the floor, so the front end's dropped by about, old money, about an inch. So that does need sorting, and I'm going to have to look at do some measurements and see where it's dropped. And it's had some horrible repairs in the past before this customer got it. And it's had some leaks here, so obviously there's been some mid-rail leaks. What else did we find? Oh yeah, there's issues over here. It's been leaking there. And then this, when I looked at it a while back, there was no leak, and now there is, so that's going to have to be sorted. This has gone very spongy, this ply. It's solid there, but very, very spongy there, so that's going to have to be sorted. So what I've kind of said is that get the structural things done first, and then start to work on getting the quality of the inside paint where this is scratching off. This can all be done at a later date to clean up and make the inside really nice. There's obviously signs where it has leaked because it's quite flaky and what have you in some places and not in others. So it looks like there's been some moisture around here, which would show there's been damp and leaks there. So wherever you see sort of cracking or discoloration, you can pretty much guarantee it's had an old leak, or maybe it's still got a new one. There's quite a bit of discolouring around this corner, and we know that this corner's gone. So down there is not great either, so that's going to have to be looked at and taken out. I think that's about it. There's obviously some movement here because there's nothing there at all, and quite a big gap there, so that would indicate there's some sort of movement on the base of the chassis and the floor, which when I've taken the two sides off we'll be able to see what is going on. So this is the inside, and those two outer sides are coming off to be able to see what we've got to do. So yeah, that's it. So keep your eyes open for more videos as we go along. It's going to be washed down now, which is the first thing to do. I'm going to wash it all down and get some of the gunk and grime off, and then when I'm working, at least it's a little bit cleaner, and we'll see where we go from there. There's a bit of a crack there the customer wants me to look at, so we're going to look at that as well. And eventually I'd like to have some colour put into the back and the front. I've just had a go at polishing up the side while the customer's here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but no, you can't really see it ever so well. Try it from that angle. Oh yeah, you can see it there. You can see the reflection of the ladder where I've polished it. So I put some white spirit over this earlier, and it just took it all off. It just basically made it all very, very pliable, and it just pulled off without snapping. So that should be easy. So white spirit's a great tool to take it off, but remember to use meths to dissolve the oil that's left in from the white spirit. And that's it for now, guys. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.